Hi guys, as promised I'm going to do a few video blogs on foot care, on boots, on Bergen packing and on various other bits and bobs in order to get prepped for the fan dance. Okay, so I'm going to go through the boots first of all. I'm going to cut these down into little modules so that it's not all on one blog. Okay, so I've got a few boots here. Boot choice, it's always one of the questions we get, which it's very difficult to answer because it's all personal preference, and everyone's feet are different. So with that said, what you're looking for in a boot, I'll show you my boots first, but as I mentioned, this is my preference, it's not necessarily yours. These are called Meindl Island Pro. Okay, the company's Meindl. It's a German company. I actually get these imported from Germany or Switzerland. It's about my fourth pair now, and I keep getting these because they suit me, and it doesn't necessarily mean they're going to suit you. It's just giving you a flavour. Okay, what I like about these boots, I'll go through the different elements that make up this boot. Okay, you've got a nubuck leather upper. Okay, and that nubuck doesn't last too long, as in the look of the nubuck doesn't last too long. As soon as I get these boots, I coat them with dubbing. It's one of the first things you need to do with a pair of boots, is make sure they're for all weathers. Now these boots are Gore-Tex, fully Gore-Texed. I'll go on to that shortly. But what you're looking for is what season boot you want to have. Now I always go with 3-season boots for tabbing, and that's because they give me enough comfort, but also they're sturdy for going over around the Cribbin and you know, down the Roman Road and places you're going to be going on the fan dance. They're good for basically walking over rocks as well as getting a tab down when you want to run. And you can tell that by when you try and lift the front of the toe. It lifts slightly, but it's not going to go all the way. Now, I'll show you another example of a boot. I wear these just in town with a pair of jeans or whatever, and if you lift the front of them, see, it goes right up. Now a lot of you are probably thinking, oh crap, I've got a pair of them for the fan dance. There's not a big drama, I'm just telling you what's best. Okay, so you'll see when you lift the front up, that goes right up. They're good for if you're just walking on concrete. They're no good if you want to walk across fells like the fan dance with a lot of rubble, because you're going to feel every single rock that you stand on. Okay, and the other end of the extreme is you don't want 4-season boots, the ones that you put proper crampons on. For skiing and things like that. They're too rigid and you'll do yourself damage with them. When your foot hits the floor, your heel wants to hit first, the instep, and then the front of your foot. When you're wearing 4-season boots, you'll get heel toe, and you'll damage your legs and your feet. Okay, the other thing we need to look at with the boot is on these particular boots, we use it's a bit mucky at the bottom there, but you can see the brand Vibram. I've got another set here. These are Scarpa boots, these ones. These are female ones and they're not mine, by the way. But these have got a Vibram sole as well. Now I don't work for Vibram, I'm not on commission with them. However, I've never seen a bad boot with a Vibram sign. So if you do see Vibram on the sole, you know you've got a good boot. That's not to say you've got a crap boot if you haven't got that on there. Okay. Another thing to note with these is the height of the ankle. I don't know if you can see that. Okay, there's actually 3 eyelets or 3 hooks above the ankle. Now if you look at the female ones, which is quite fine, but you've only got 2 hooks or eyelets above the ankle. What I will say is don't go any lower than that. I personally wouldn't wear these. I find they're a little bit too low. Some people will be okay. What you're after is good ankle support, and only you can determine what ankle support that is. I need a high ankle support because I've got issues with my ankles over the years. I won't go into that, I'll probably go into that later. But you're looking for good ankle support, and that's with the boot. It's also a lot to do with the lacing up as well. Okay, going back to what I said earlier, what you want to be doing is putting dubbing on these. So the idea is you take all the laces out. This is as soon as you buy them as well. Take all the laces out, get some dubbing in your hand, and rub in with your hand. Don't use brushes, use your hand, because the heat of your hand, the heat of your body will mould the dubbing into the boot properly. Okay, so you want to be rubbing them in properly, rubbing it in properly, making sure you cover all areas. And There's no doubt the new book will look like it's all gone away, but at the end of the day it's leather underneath, and you're going to be fully waterproofed. The question whether you want Gore-Tex or not is up to you. I sweat a lot. I still use Gore-Tex, but that's because of what I do. But for tabbing, just for tabbing, you probably want to think about not having Gore-Tex if your feet sweat easily. I'll go into that on the next video. That's basically a bit of a starter on the boots. There's more to say, but I'll go into a little bit more on the next video. I'll post this one for you guys. Okay, so listen out for the next video, and we'll talk a little bit about foot care, and we'll talk about Bergen packing. Okay guys, cheers.